Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome to Tay TV, and my reaction video for today, I will be reacting to top 20 most shocking Walking Dead deaths reaction. I don't watch The Walking Dead like that no more. The last time I watched The Walking Dead was really when Rick was still alive, but I think Rick is coming back in the last episode, but I don't know if he's gonna come back in the last episode or not, because we still have to see Rick Grimes in this movie, so I don't know when they will be coming out because of COVID and stuff. But please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into this video. So this is the top 20 most shocking Walking Dead deaths. Man, The Walking Dead was even popular back then, man. So as you guys know, this is Negan.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 shocking Walking Dead deaths.
Besides, I already made you a promise.
For this list, we're looking at the most surprising and unexpected character demises throughout the TV series. We will include multiple people in one entry if their cause of death was the same. Since we'll be looking at all 11 seasons, a spoiler alert is in effect.
Yep, so if you never watched this show before,
let us know in the comments below. Number 20, Theodore T. Dog Douglas.
Theodore T. Dog Douglas. I remember him.
He's gonna help me lead you out of these tunnels.
A relatively peaceful day at the group's prison was ruined when a bunch of walkers appeared without warning. T-Dog didn't hesitate to try to contain the outbreak by closing a fence to trap a group of them. Suddenly, one of the walkers T-Dog didn't see snuck up on him and got his shoulder.
No, you should stop! You should stop!
What?
Walker got his shoulder.
Since there wasn't a way for him to take care of the wound, we were already prepared to lose one of the group's moral centers. But the show shocked us again by having T-Dog sacrifice himself to save Carol's life. No one would have foreseen that a key member of the group would fall on a day that began so beautifully.
Sacrifice his life for Carol.
Number 19, Morales.
Morales.
Here, Rick. I know you. Just like before.
In season 1, we knew Morales as a family man and trusted ally to our main heroes. That's why our jaws dropped when we saw him pull a gun on Rick 7 seasons later. During an extremely tense conversation, we learned that Morales went down a dark path after losing his family. However, it seemed like Rick was willing to try to save his old friend's soul.
I'd at least try to find another way. Yeah, why? Because we knew each other for a few days back at the start.
His good intentions came to a crashing halt when Daryl arrived and took Morales down permanently. We definitely were not expecting to see this ally turned enemy return at all. So seeing Morales die so quickly after his appearance was an unforeseen end to the story.
I know who was. Don't matter. Not one little bit.
Number 18, all but one member of the scavenger group. The scavengers that lived in a junkyard had a nasty habit of betraying people they were supposed to be working with. This garbage-based society got away with it until they crossed the saviors a second time.
Take one out, and the rest will fall in line. Just one, Simon.
Initially, Negan wanted his Lieutenant Simon to eliminate just one scavenger to send a message to the entire group. However, the mustachioed savior ends up losing his temper during the mission. We gasped as Simon ordered his people to fire on the entire group.
Light it up, gents. Light it up now!
When the smoke cleared, only scavenger leader Ann was left standing. It was beyond surprising to see this traitorous group get almost wiped out in the blink of an eye.
Got it done. That and then something.
Hi, I'm Rue. I would love to present you with a business opportunity.
You good?
Number 17, Andrea.
Andrea, yeah, from season 3.
You're gonna be okay.
She was a good character.
After spending most of season 3 away from her friends, it looked
She
like
got
the
bit.
tough and resourceful Andrea was finally going to rejoin Rick's crew.
And that's the
But
governor.
the governor made her journey much harder by restraining her to a chair and leaving her in a room with a man about to turn. Once Andrea finally freed herself, it looked like she would dispatch the new walker in her way and escape. We were stunned when her friends arrived and discovered she'd been bit.
I tried to stop them. You're burning up.
Since Andrea survived significantly longer in the comics, seeing her perish here was a huge twist. Her demise left us wondering how the story would move forward without such a major character.
I tried.
You did.
Number 16, Spencer Monroe. Instead of trying to stop the
Spencer.
vicious Negan with force, Spencer wanted to win over the villain with diplomacy.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Is that for me? We haven't officially met. I'm Spencer Monroe.
The two actually seemed to have a nice day together, drinking and playing a game of pool. Once Spencer saw an opening, he tried to undermine Rick and request to be the new leader. Negan rejected this leadership offer by shockingly stabbing the wannabe politician on the spot.
I don't. You know what I'm thinking? Because I have a guess. It's because you got no guts.
While we were still reeling from Spencer's end, Rosita tried to remove the bat-wielding villain from the Earth. In the wake of her failed assassination attempt, Negan ordered his follower Arat to take the innocent Olivia's life without warning.
Barat.
Then Rick came at this scene and got upset.
No. It was me. No!
Seeing two named characters die in one afternoon showed how truly unpredictable the Big
When
Bang
they
could be.
killed Carl off, I was
15,
like, dang.
Sadiq.
I heard what happened.
Don't want to talk about it.
Resident Dr. Sadiq was never the same after he was captured by the heinous Whisperer group. The memories of the night continued to haunt him whether he was asleep or awake. Although it seemed like Sadiq was safe from the villainous group in Alexandria, our hearts dropped when he realized his ally Dante was actually a Whisperer spy.
Whisperer spy. I didn't even really watch the whole
While
Whisperer
the Doctor
arc.
wasn't the group's most skilled fighter, we still thought he'd be able to beat this wolf in sheep's clothing. But Sadiq couldn't overcome Dante or his demons. The Doctor's incredibly depressing end really rocked us because it was hidden in an already unexpected spy reveal.
Lo siento, pero you just missed it. ¿Puedo ayudarte con algo?
Number 14, Lori Grimes.
No, baby's coming
It was sad.
We have to get
Lori
back to our cell
died.
and have Herschel help. We can't risk getting caught out there. You're gonna need to give birth to this baby here.
If The Walking Dead has taught viewers anything, it's that no character is safe. Lori Grimes.
Yeah,
totally
that's right.
reminded
No
us of this
character is
fact
safe
in one of
on The
show's
Walking
most pivotal
Dead.
episodes. While trying to stay away from walkers within the prison, the pregnant protagonist went into labor. Unfortunately, it becomes clear that the baby will need to be delivered via C-section that Lori can't recover from.
We will survive. My baby has to survive. Please. My baby. For all of us. Please.
We sat there stunned as we realized we were watching this character's final moments. The fact that Lori also dies in the source material should have prepared us for this demise. However, we and the cast still found ourselves caught off guard by the final decision she made for her daughter.
Good night, love.
And the baby wasn't even Rick's. It was it was
Number
Shane's.
13, Paul Robia, aka Jesus.
About 130.
I forgot that he died.
You ever seen him do this before? No. Never.
Although the cast of The Walking Dead is huge, Jesus stood out because he was an athletic fighter who could get out of anything. And we knew he'd make it to the end of the series because he's one of the few that survives the entire comic story. So we were not even slightly worried when Jesus faced a bunch of walkers in a dark and smoky graveyard. After skillfully taking out multiple foes, we gasped when his last target dodged his blade and retaliated.
You are where you do not belong.
We couldn't believe this was the end for the fan-favorite character. While this scene served as a memorable intro for a new enemy group, we still have trouble accepting that he fell way before his time.
I come from a planet called Earth, a time centuries from now, and I've come here to warn you. Someone from the future is coming to destroy Krypton. Because your grandson becomes the greatest hero in the universe. This thing that's coming.
Number 12, Lizzie Samuels.
I know what I have to do now. I know.
It's ugly, and it's scary, and it does change you.
Once we learned of Sophia's fate in Season 2, it was clear that even young Walking Dead characters were not safe. Yet we still could not have predicted how Lizzie would go. The disturbed survivor left our jaws on the floor when she ensured that her sister Mika would become a walker.
I'm sorry I pointed my gun at you. I just needed you to wait.
In the wake of this incredibly disturbing scene, Carol and Tyrese realize that Lizzie crossed a line of no return. The adults decide that there's only one way to move forward. Every fan remembers where they were when Carol told Lizzie to
Look at the flowers, Lizzie. Just look at the flowers.
Thankfully, the show gave us plenty of time to sit and process this absurdly dark turn of events with the characters before moving on to more Walker action. Number 11, Tyrese Williams.
When Tyrese came,
Williams always going to.
Just one episode after the series said goodbye to a major character we will talk about later,
I thought Tyrese was going to
visited
be
Noah's home
around
community.
for a long
The
time
duo
because
finds themselves
he's from
looking
Everybody
around a
Hates
single
Chris. So I didn't
man's
think
home.
he would
So
die in
neither
season
we
5.
nor a very distracted Tyrese saw it coming when Noah's reanimated brother surprised the formidable survivor with a bite. The wounded warrior still appeared to have a chance.
I'm not giving up. You hear me? I'm not giving up.
Not only did Tyrese fight to stay alive, but we thought his friends acted quickly enough to stop the wound from being fatal. However, the cruel reality of the situation was that it
that's
wasn't
not
it.
Tyrese.
Having Tyrese's death come an episode
That's
after
Noah that
another
died.
significant character died made for an unpredictable and tragic twist.
It's okay, Tyrese. You gotta know that now.
Number 10, Jesse, Sam, and Ron Anderson. When the Anderson family's home was overrun with walkers, the trio found a way to successfully camouflage themselves in a horde with Rick, Carl, and Michonne. But the young Sam Anderson gets too nervous and draws too much attention
Yeah,
to
Sam
himself.
Anderson got nervous. She died.
Sam.
And her son died too.
Hey, you can do this.
Moments after he's attacked by walkers, his horrified mother Jessie also meets her end. A disturbed Ron attempts to shoot a member of the Grimes family as retaliation. Although Michonne takes the would-be assassin down, Carl gets a permanent facial injury due to a stray gunshot. What really made this scene stand out is that multiple shocking twists happened over the span of around 3 minutes. Even if you knew their ends were coming, this sequence will still leave you breathless.
I thought after living behind these walls for so long that maybe they couldn't learn.
Number 9, Dale Horvath.
Dale died in season 2.
Harsh. It's a survival of the fittest.
He always was on watching Shane because he knew something
This turn
suspicious
hurt the
was for
viewers
Shane.
almost as much as it did Jeffrey DeMunn's Dale. His demise was set in motion after Carl foolishly motivated a walker to head towards the group farm. Later on, Dale investigates the demise of a cow in a safe zone. Suddenly, the walker Carl goaded earlier executes a terrifying jump scare. Dale tragically receives fatal injuries from the undead foe in the ensuing struggle.
T-Dog, get a shotgun now!
While his end was unexpected on its own, the fact that actor Jeffrey DeMunn asked to die after behind-the-scenes production shakeups made this scene surprising in real life too. At the end of the day, fans were left disoriented while trying to process how Carl's negligence and actual events led to Dale's end.
Sorry, brother.
Number 8, Denise Cloyd.
I can ID the meds. I know how to use a machete now. I've seen roamers up close. I'm ready.
You good with this?
No.
Denise,
as soon as a secondary
I forgot
cast
how
member
she
gets
died.
too much screen time on this show, it often means their demise is imminent. However, we still had our guards
She
down
was with
when
Daryl
Denise
when
got
she
a
died,
starring
I
role
think.
in Twice as Far. We'd watch her grow from a doctor who doubted herself into a strong-willed survivor who spoke up for what she wanted. So we were ecstatic to see her give a fantastic speech to Daryl and Rosita while they were out on a run.
And I wanted you here because you're alone. Probably for the first
Right here,
time in
she's
your
about to
life.
die.
and because you're stronger than you think you are, which gives me hope that maybe I can be too.
But Denise's speech was shockingly cut short when former savior Dwight assassinated her with one crossbow bolt.
A crossbow,
Unless
bro, I
you were
knew
in the
it.
writer's room or on
And
set
Dwight,
that day,
yep.
it was impossible to see the sudden death of this developed character coming.
I mean, I get that you'll just have to take my word for this, but she wasn't even the one I was aiming for.
Number 7.
Noah, yeah.
You're in it for the long
Noah
haul.
was a good character. He could have still been alive actually on the
We
show.
absolutely loved watching Tyler James Williams play Noah. Although he had been through severe trauma, he was always likable and cared deeply about his friends. Noah was even willing to risk his life to get him and his friends out of a revolving door surrounded by walkers on all sides.
Glenn, yeah, Glenn died
Unfortunately, he
too.
was stuck inside of his cramped location with the cowardly Nicholas. When the fearful survivor failed to follow the plan, he created an opening that spelled Noah's doom. We could only scream at our TVs as one of our favorite characters was suddenly removed from the story in one of the show's most brutal deaths. Nicholas definitely
got
deserved
him.
to be decked by Glenn for suddenly sealing Noah's fate.
Let me get him at the back. I call it the wheel.
Where's Noah?
Number 6, Shane Walsh.
Shane was my favorite character on The Walking Dead.
It's a good place he's in.
Fans love to imagine an alternate reality where longtime friends Rick and Shane could have worked together like real partners through the series. Unfortunately, their vastly different views of what it took to survive made them an incompatible team. After almost 2 seasons of tension, their conflict came to a head when Shane decided
Wouldn't
to
have
leave
never
Rick.
won
We were
Lori.
preparing
I
for the
think he
series
could have
to
had
follow
been
the
the
source
main
material
character
and have
on
a
the
third
show.
party intervene.
Nothing has happened here. We're gonna lay down our guns.
Rick got him. Rick's about to stab
Back
him.
to the farm. Together.
However, Rick actually managed to calm the situation down before attacking Shane with a knife. We were hugely surprised that Officer Friendly actually went through with this decisive act and took down one of his own. But we knew that Shane left Rick with no other choice but to take this extreme measure.
Damn you for making me do this shit. This was you, not me.
Number 5, Beth Green.
This is it. This is who you are and what this place is until the end.
Beth.
This place saved you.
While we've long accepted that The Walking Dead isn't concerned with whether or not it hurts our feelings, this twist felt unnecessarily cruel. We spent half a season following the group's search for Beth. When she's finally reunited with her friends, a sinister leader named Dawn Lerner announces that the lovable Noah can't leave with the group.
That
I
was
just need
messed
Noah.
up. That she said Noah couldn't leave. Rick was like, no.
Although he agrees to this arrangement, Beth can't let this slide. She moves in to attack the cruel leader. A moment later, a gunshot ends Beth's life. Daryl immediately retaliates by eliminating Dawn before we've even gotten a chance to take a breath.
Rick was about to do
We never thought the
it.
chances for a reunion we waited half a season for would disappear with the flash of a gun.
It's over. It was just about her.
Number 4, Herschel Green.
Nobody's gonna hurt you.
I don't believe that.
No family on this show
Herschel
has
the
had more
governor.
tragic deaths than
Herschel
Green's.
really liked Rick.
Before we lost Beth, we painfully parted with Herschel.
Before
This character was
Herschel
wise,
died,
a moral
Rick
compass,
told the
and
governor
a
that they
constant
could live
source
in
of
the
hope for his
jail
friends.
together, but
Herschel
the governor
even
didn't
managed
want
to
to do
defy the
that.
odds and survive both a walker bite and leg amputation. After all he had been through, we had faith he'd survive being kidnapped by the despicable governor. When the villain threatened to end Herschel's life with a sword, Rick gave an inspiring plea for unity and forgiveness.
We get to come back. I know. We all could change.
But the governor swung the katana anyway. Watching the compassionate Herschel fall in this horrible twist made us
Dang.
feel like the Green family
He cut
was
Herschel's
doomed
head
to
off with
suffer.
that sword.
Back. Carl. Keep walking.
Number 3, the Whisperer ambush victims.
I've marked the border to the north. Say it as you leave.
Alpha thought the best way to prove the Whisperers were not to be messed with was a horrifying show of force. During a joyful fair, she and her followers targeted a random selection of innocents and ripped them from their loved ones. After Alpha and her people took the lives of their captives, they publicly showed their gruesome work to the other survivors.
The Whisperers arc. I've watched
Skipped a
some of the
week after
Whisperers
each
arc.
new deceased face was revealed.
No!
In one fell swoop, we lost Tara, Enid, Henry, and several other great characters. Since the lineup differed from the ones
Alpha.
who died in the comics, there was no way to prepare for what we'd see. The startling sight of these undeserving victims sent a powerful and unforgettable message.
In the end, their time was cut short. Ours keeps going.
Number 2.
Step right up and behold one of the unexplained mysteries of the universe.
2. Abraham Ford and Glenn Rhee.
I gotta pick somebody.
I thought this would be the
Everybody's
first.
at the table waiting for me to order.
Anyone who was familiar with the Walking Dead comics knew that Glenn was meant to perish at the end of Negan's bat. So when the imposing villain had multiple heroes at his mercy, we had a strong idea of where the weapon would fall. But the show threw a tragic curveball by revealing that Abraham was Negan's first direct victim. Although his sudden death rattled us, we thought we'd been through the worst of it. And then Daryl punched Negan. The angry villain decided to prove a point by picking Glenn as his second
Rick
victim.
told Negan that he was going to kill Negan, but Rick didn't even end up killing Negan. He spared Negan. He spared
This
Negan because
absolutely
Carl
brutal turn of
told
events managed to
Rick
defy
not
and
to
confirm
kill
our
Negan
expectations at
in the
once.
show.
Whether
And in
you
the
were
comics,
a
I
hardcore
think, but
fan
Carl
or
would
a
have never
movie
told them
this
that
brutal
Rick would have
bat
killed
sequence
Negan.
caught you by surprise.
You died, Rick. It's what happened. Doesn't mean the rest of them have to.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Yeah.
Number 1, Carl Grimes.
Oh. Carl. Yeah, his death was sad too when he died.
There is no Walking Dead death that was more controversial and unexpected than the demise of Carl Grimes. Not only does he far outlive his father in the comics, but his survival seemed to be Rick's main motivation for all of his actions. Despite Carl's importance in both mediums, the writers revealed that he had been bitten in an absurdly shocking twist. The fact that he received this wound while completing a relatively standard survivor task also turned heads.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, this is it for this reaction
Although
video.
Carl's
Please
decline
like,
was
share,
handled well,
comment,
a
and
number of viewers
subscribe.
refused to watch
Whatever
any more
videos
Walking
you
Dead
guys
without
would
him.
like me to
While the
react
show
to,
succeeded at
leave it in
creating
the
the
comment
biggest
section
shock
and
of
I
the
will
series,
react to it.
This story turn came at a
Please
heavy
subscribe,
cost
stay
in the
tuned for
real
my
and
next
fictional
reaction video.
worlds.
Thank you.